Not right now. I just started getting into actual development, right? So I'm building like my first three houses. Um,
Mhm.
I'm catching
Are
some L's though.
are you managing the subcontractors and stuff?
So my contractor is also my architect, but he's retired because he the dude that actually helped me build some of my businesses. So I don't have to oversee it. My wife is.
That's good. That's good.
She just run
Yeah,
everything by me, but she oversee the whole process. It's different. It's way different than anything that I've ever experienced from a real estate perspective before.
you can make some. You can make some good money. Like I built one house from the ground up where I managed it. And it took a long time, but it's my most profitable home or investment.
Hmm.
But I've done a lot where I would just come in, like get somebody to build a house that's a builder.
Hmm.
You don't make as much profit, but it's a lot easier. But I'm heavily invested in two properties right now. Um, and they're the slowest that I've ever moved, but they're the most expensive too.
But are they you
New,
you
new.
you just you didn't have to develop them though. You went in and you changed it and you upgraded everything though, right?
Yeah, and
One
I
of them I
paid
think you
them.
showed, right?
What'd you say?
Then one of them you showed because you were saying how you need to change the ceiling fan and stuff like that in there.
Yeah, yeah. So they're a builder. So they build out neighborhoods. So I just got in and with them and said, okay, build me this house like this and build me that house like that. Or the other person, the other house, I was just a silent investor. I just put the cash up for it.
I thought that I was gonna be able to do this in 6 months. It's taking a whole year per property.
Yeah, my one that I did by myself took at least 2 years.
Really?
At least, yeah.
I got
But it,
into it by mistake. I got into it by mistake because I it wasn't anything for me to buy during the pandemic. And my realtor, he was like, Anton, I got a lady that is going through a divorce and she wants some property in a divorce and she want to get rid of it so she can move away with her boyfriend. So she wound up selling property to me for cheap, and then the idea had sparked in my head, and I was like, yeah, it was all land. But
that's good.
it wasn't crazy because all of the hookups was still at the street. I didn't have to do any septic tanks.
Dope.
Everything was free and free and clear as far as it wasn't no back taxes or anything owed on them. And so it
Mhm.
just kind of clicked in my head. And then once lumber prices came down because it was like 4 times higher than they are now, I went ahead and started the development process. It's taken longer, but based off of the numbers that we run, and even with some of the mistakes that I had to learn through, it's gonna be significantly cheaper than if I was to have to buy a turnkey, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
definitely.
way cheaper, Will.
It might take longer, but you make way more money. Yeah.
It's crazy.
You gonna turn around and sell it, or you gonna hold it and rent it out?
I don't know. I don't know what to because I'm gonna tell you honestly. At first, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just build them and hold them. But once I started building them, and now that I'm running the numbers, and I'm about four to 5 months away from finishing this other property because the framers actually start a week and a half from now. Um, I kind of got this hack in my head where I'm like, well, based off of the margin of profit of what's selling as far as the comps that's happening over here, I can build four and sell two,
Yeah, yeah.
and really they paying for the build without me
That's
having to really put my own money up because of the gap between what
yes,
is
sir.
costing me to build and what is what I can sell it for. So I'm kind of conflicted now because I don't know if I want to keep them all or if I want to sell two of them and then maybe build five, sell two of them and keep three and let the
Let me
two kind of pay for most of what it is it cost me to build all five of them.
let me give you two ideas, or not ideas, but just things to think about. So a lot of people, one of the secrets, a lot of people are like, how did you pay off your property so fast? I got like 24 properties right now, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I
But
got 17 and I'm building 18.
I had about 50 or 60,
Really?
right? Yeah, but a lot of people don't realize that. But most of my properties now are paid off, probably except for about four of them, right?
Hmm.
The way I did it is I was buying as much as I could, and then as the market changed and went up, I sold almost half of them or more than half of them, that's where the money came from to
Hmm.
pay out the ones that I have now. Because my idea was, let me have these properties that are free and clear. That if I retire one day or I want to chill, and
Yep.
I got that. But so that's the one side, which is dope. But the other side is, bruh, if I had a kept them Jones, if I
That's
had
why I'm conflicted though.
if I had kept them joints, my net worth would have been like double probably.
I've
My,
never sold a property, Will.
bro, if I had kept them joints, I would have. I would have been sitting on another 6 million, 7 million, 8 million in net worth if I had kept them.
So my logic is this though, right? So this is my logic. So with the 17, and then I'm halfway done with building 18. I'm starting 19 because we just got done pulling the permits for it, and we got the surveyors out there. And then I just bought a property again out here in Oakland County, so I bought a third one. So that'll be 20. So on the 17 properties, I average about $2,300 in rent per month, right? But they
That's
all
good.
at this point they free and clear,
Mhm.
and some of them higher, some of them lower. But you average about 2,300. I take home about $39,000 a month in profit. But then obviously you got to take out insurance, property
Yeah,
taxes,
I
and
go.
then possible repairs and stuff like that. But I don't really be having that many repairs or whatever. I got
Mhm.
some really good tenants. I want to get to 40, between 40 and 45 properties. That'll give me around $100,000 a month,
Mhm.
to where I can just sit back and chill and I don't have to grind as hard anymore. But
Yeah.
then at the same time, I kind of am in. I kind of got the play now of how to acquire the property. I've acquired all of the contractors now. Got great relationships with them. The surveyor, the excavators, the
Are you managing all
plumbers.
that too?
Huh?
Are you managing all that, or you have somebody to
No, he
manage it?
managed it. My architect is managing it.
And even the property management for what that
I
that's
don't have no property managers at all.
so, but you manage that like rent
I
and all
manage
that.
the actual properties. Yeah. Well, they don't call for nothing though. I had to change the only big ticket items that I had to do this summer. I had to do the HVAC, the furnace, and the
Mm-hmm.
air. Right, that cost me $7,000 because I did them both or whatever. Because whatever Freon that they were using at a property, they said that it was super expensive and they wasn't going to be selling it anymore. I guess past a year. So I wound up just swapping out the whole unit, and I had to do a dishwasher, which I just ordered from Home Depot. Usually, if
Yeah,
they call me, I'll either say, "Hey, just take it out of the rent," because I got some pretty good tenants. So I say, "Take it out of the rent," or if they need me to order something, I'll order the dishwasher, have it sent over there, and then I'll just have it installed. But I don't want to give no money to a property management company, man.
yeah,
I feel like that's robbery, bro.
yeah. Yeah, I have a person like on my who was like my assistant, right, for my main business. And as she got good at doing the main job, I wasn't taking that much time, so I turned her into the property manager, and she's doing stuff all the time. She's running around doing stuff, but that's good, dude. That's you got the blueprint, brother. You got the blueprint.
It's not difficult either. People think that it's super difficult. It's not difficult, bro.
Nah, nah,
I
that's
think that it's a lot of people that's they try to do what you do and they get caught up.
yeah. That's why I try to like with my channel and stuff. That's why try to talk about the real estate because where I really made most of my money, bro, is something that people ain't gonna really do. Like me and you have this technical background, right?
You need a
I made
shovel. You need a big shovel.
yeah, and I had to go to school. You know, a lot of people ain't trying to do that for 4 years.
Yep.
And I did corporate America, and then I took some big risks and started my own business. That's where most of my money came from. But I don't think now I still talk about it because there's gonna be some people that do it. Like I mentor a kid here that I met a long time ago at a car show, and now he's at Ohio State about to get his computer science degree, and he's
Nice.
gonna be straight. You know, he's gonna be straight. But a lot of people won't take that route, so I don't talk about it as much.
Do the
But
same thing. My editor is a guy that just graduated with a software engineering degree and he just got his first job.
and probably doing good, probably.
Yeah, he my nephew. But I
Okay,
mentored him since he was a young kid, and I was pushing him into the same industry that I was going into. He's
dude.
doing
I mean,
incredible. I'm gonna tell you a hack that I use, but I'm gonna tell you offline. I give it to some of the people. I give it to the people on my Patreon all the time. But I'm gonna give you a hack that I use for my web development company that helped me make about a good $500,000 to $750,000 additional a year.
I
I'm gonna
love it,
tell you offline. I can't tell you online though. It's super simple, but you're gonna love it. Will you're gonna love it?
man, bro. Just to see you out here doing it, man. I love it. And even with the content creation, man, I love it because it's adding so much value and
Hmm.
just giving a like I said the blueprint, bro. So keep up the excellent work. I'm gonna be
I
pulling you
told you I followed you. Will, how long you been doing YouTube?
since about two. I mean, I had like little videos that I would post before I was really trying to do YouTube, but I think I officially got into it like 2016.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
I've been following you, man, in your journey, bro. I've always been a fan of you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Like I like to say, real recognize real. Like, but a lot of times, like for me to even justify spending the kind of money I spend on the cars and stuff,
Hmm.
I couldn't buy a Lamborghini, bro. Literally, I could not buy a Lamborghini until I could figure out how to justify spending that much money on a car. And then when I saw YouTube and this dude Stradman who had this Lamborghini,
Yeah, dog. He blew the hell up, bro. He
so
blew the fuck up.
that's
I was following him when he was man.
the very beginning. But when I saw him do it, I was like, yo, that's how I can make sense out of this because
Yep.
if somebody can see somebody like me, you can see what Stradman, right? But let's just keep it
Mhm.
real. Like it's a white.
Yeah, of
Which
course.
is cool.
He got a fan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool and everything. But maybe there's some people that are not going to relate to him, and they're going to automatically think because he's a white dude that they can't do what he did. But if they see me and I tell them my story, like where I come from, nobody gave me anything, but I had to find a way to do it. Then that's how I could justify buying this expensive car by
Hmm.
sharing my story and hoping somebody sees it, and then they can be like inspired to be like, I can do it too.
Yeah.
Then I can buy the car.
Yep.
That's what made me start YouTube. Then I seen all the potential in it, man,
Oh,
and like.
this shit is so much money. I'm gonna tell you, Will. I make so much fucking money from YouTube, bro. It's out of control, bro.
So when did it start blowing up for you? Because I saw some of your early videos when I was watching
I
your funny
did.
videos.
I had about. I think I hit like 50,000 before the pandemic, and then it had started eclipsing like 60. But then when I retired, I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead and kick it. I was bored as hell in the car, so I had bought a place and I moved down to Miami during the pandemic or whatever because they had more freedom than what the hell was going on here in Michigan. But I had like some viral videos I hit. I had one that did like 1.7, and that was like me doing this high, talking about the high roller lifestyle, casinos and stuff like that. But then it took the fuck off during the pandemic. Like it really took off.
Okay.
And
You
when
started.
that type of bread started rolling in, I was like, cause bro, just and that ain't even got nothing to do with the sponsorships or none of that type of shit. But man, well, if I showed you some of my monthlies, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
How many channels you got?
Right now, I got four. I got four that I have to be visible for, but then I got five total. Is one that I'm not a part of.
Okay, okay.
And so
All right.
we bust down 100,000 a month at
And
least.
YouTube? Yeah, see, I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere. But I seen some
Crazy, bro.
stories. So I've been like, I need to invest more time. But my problem is, like, I still do it as a hobby, and I know at some point, like, it'll cross over into being like another job or business for me, where I don't know if I'll be as
No hobby
passionate.
for me, Will. It's real. For real, for real.
That's why I gotta applaud you, bro. I gotta applaud you, man. See, knocking this stuff out.
It's insane, bro. It's
That's
out of control, bro.
that's dope.
But yeah, I mean it's like honestly, it's I don't know, man. It's just so many different ways to make money. Whether you in real estate, whether you own certain businesses, um, and I didn't did it all. Like I mean, not all of it, but I didn't did a lot to where some businesses is more profitable than others, and why would I spend like even when I had the restaurant, the margins was low, but it was profitable. But then when you start to break it down, it didn't make sense to spend. I had to spend like sometimes 10 and 12 hours at the restaurant.
Fine, yeah,
And it's like, okay, so even the little bit of profit that you make, and it don't make sense when you can make way more money over there. You know what I'm saying?
I,
So it's like, come get out of here.
yeah,
And the
yeah,
way
yeah.
I negotiated my leases, and I was telling some people the way that I negotiated my leases, even when I went into a brick and mortar store, we negotiated to where it was an escalating lease. So we had the option to exit every single year. Even with my studio that I got, it's an escalating lease. So basically, the way that it happens is instead of doing a 5 or a 10 year lease, We do it to where we got 2 years up front and then the option to renew every single year at a higher rate over the next 10 years. And that way, we not on the hook if we decide that we want to get out of there and move somewhere else. Whereas we still have control over the property. It's our option to renew over the next
Uh,
10 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's
so
it's it's a lot of little hacks that we use in order to get certain write offs and all of that other type of stuff. So
so let me ask you this. So if you didn't have somebody in your family that was guiding you into making the decisions that you made to get where you're at and to
mhm.
get all these different avenues of making money and revenue, what do you think it was about you or something that happened with you that got you exposed to all of these things where you're making money and finding these opportunities
Oh,
in
my
these areas?
family didn't inspire me to do it. My family, a lot of my family was like, "You dumb for doing this YouTube thing. You dumb for going into tech. You need to just go get this regular fucking job. You dumb for going to school while you like." A lot of my family, they wasn't with the shit, honestly. And so, but for me, like a lot of the businesses that I was a part of, so like I made a decent amount of money early. But one of the reasons why I even got interested in software engineering was because for me to really capitalize off of e-commerce, I wanted to learn how to build the platforms myself.
Hmm.
So, I started taking classes, and first I started going through the whole, going down this internet rabbit hole, and then obviously you start getting into GitHubs and you start going into Stack Overflow to try to understand exactly how stuff is happening, and then you do the basics. You go into HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Java, and all of that stuff. And this was around the time that apps started going off and everything. So I got into it because I was just interested in building my own businesses more effectively. And
Hmm.
even back then, they didn't champion designers as much. It was really all more back end, right?
I remember.
They
Yeah.
championed the developers earlier on, right? And so UX, UI, and the whole, user interface, UX evangelism, all of that stuff didn't start really catching fire until maybe in the early 2010s, early, 2015 or whatever. And so, I got into it for that reason, start building my own applications and built my own company and stuff like that. And so my inspiration for it was I seen the money in it. I seen the opportunity. I always wanted to be incredibly rich. And I just wanted to be rich, man. I didn't want to live no regular life, bro.
Yeah, I feel
I
you.
ain't
I feel
never wanted to just get a fuck that. I wanted to be. That's why I can't relate to Rich, right? Because when Rich he speaks to the average guy, and I
yeah,
was, I come from a Detroit, broke as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, ain't nobody trying to be regular. I don't
yeah,
know nobody that, bro, Rick. I don't know anybody that just want to be regular. Everybody playing a fucking lottery because they got dreams of what they want to drive, where they want to travel. Ain't nobody just trying to be regular, man. Ain't no, man, I'm not about to work 30, 40 fucking years to die in 10. Fuck
yeah,
that. I want my junk now and then.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I got
That's
a, I got a different motivation, bro.
yeah. That's like me, man. I was tired of being broke, bro. You got every corner you turn, like, can we do this? Can we do that? Can we afford to get basic stuff?
Yeah,
Answer is no, because there's no money. I'm like, yo, that don't make no sense. Like, people are educated. Like, my parents, the one thing that was good, like, where we didn't have money, I was rich and like good family and value education and stuff like that. My parents, both were educated and stuff, but they weren't focused on making money.
yeah,
And I was like, this don't make sense that we're broke and but people smart as I don't know what, in the family and stuff. It's like that's not gonna be me. I might not be the smartest one in the family, but I can make up for it and hustle,
yeah,
you know. And
yep.
figuring out what I was good at and what I was bad at, I stayed away from. But no, that's dope, man.
Well,
That's dope.
mine was different though, Will, because my family had got money before I was old enough to understand it, and they fucking fumbled it. So my
Uh,
grandmother, when I was like 1 year old, I wasn't even 1 year old. She had got burned up at a hotel, and so she caught a lawsuit. And so they had got like whatever several $1 million, but they distributed amongst the family or whatever. And so the family was living like fucking rappers, right? My grandmother had a baby blue Rolls Royce with a white top in the early '80s. Now I'm born in '82. I only get to see pictures of it. By the time I turned 9, 10, 11 years old, family fucking broke. We still living in Detroit. I'm catching a bus to school every day. And so that inspired me. And I'm like, damn, like, I can't believe my family fucking fumbled the money, didn't leave me no money. And
how old were you?
my dad, I was, well, by the time that I realized that my family had money, I was like 9, 10 years old.
Okay, but you was calculating that stuff. It was
Well, I
like,
seen the pictures. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So, my dad, he worked his whole life and he died broke. I had to pay his tax bill because my mom was still on the hook for it when he passed away in 2017. Right, and so part of the reason why I was even building a restaurant was it was a vehicle for him to kind of have his own thing, and for him
oh,
to
okay,
retire from it. Right, but then he passed away in the middle of us building a restaurant, and I was like, damn. So I just finished it, and then eventually, when the lease was up for me to be, for the property, for us to be able to get out of it, and that was at the end of 2019. I got the hell up out of there, bro.
okay,
But
okay.
I seen my family fumble that shit early in life, and I was like, man, I ain't
Never
trying to
again.
be living in the hood. Like this is some bullshit. They was walking around with gold chains and taking cruises every day and all of this shit, and then they wound up not have being regular as hell. And I was like, oh nah, this ain't happening, bro. This
Yeah,
ain't
it's
happening, bro.
smart, man. You analyzed it. It's funny because so many of us can come from the same background and situations, but the decisions we make can take us down totally different roads.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It was the best
So
thing that happened to me for me not to have money. You know what I'm saying? Growing up.
yeah, it's hard too. When you got kids, you're trying to like balance stuff.
Oh, my
Like, but
daughter is out of control, spoiled, bro. She out of control, spoiled, bro.
yeah, see, my kids are spoiled, but didn't realize it. You
Mm,
know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's hard to have that balance. You know,
yeah.
especially like when I was growing up, I couldn't turn to my parents and be like, "Hey, if I work hard and I do this, can you give me some money or can you give me an opportunity or something?" I couldn't really do that with my parents. With my kids, I try to make that the thing. Like, okay, you want something? Okay, let me shoot.
Mhm.
Like, let's make a little some goals and stuff. You do these things, and then you can get what you want. Because that's how life works.
That's not how my daughter is. My daughter, like, I'm daddy's girl, and forget all that.
Yeah.
I ain't about to be doing none of that. Dawg, her birthday list, because her birthday in February, she get her license. She got her license, but she get the license to where she can drive
Okay.
by herself. Dog, she had a Ram TRX on there.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, what kind of list is this? She was like, Dad, I did just all my dream cars. I'm just gonna put them out there. If you decide to get one, then cool. Man,
It's
she
a
got
TRX on there.
she put a TRX. The cheapest car she got on there is the Bronco Raptor.
Wow.
Yeah, she got a Urus on there. She got a G Wagon on there. She got a TRX on there.
That's crazy.
Oh, she got the Land Rover on there, so that's not as bad. Not the big one, but the
Oh, okay, the little,
yeah.
little.
But other than
Okay.
that, man, she got some crazy. She's just like skipping. I'm about to ball. Forget that. Yeah, she be living. She be
Yeah, I got my daughter like I got her a new car to go back and forth to school.
living.
Uh, but I got some family in Detroit, matter of fact. So when she graduated, hooked up with my family in Detroit. I bought a car off of one of my cousins, and I gave her that was a used car. And I said, "You take care of this, then
Hmm.
I'll get you a new car." You know what I'm saying? She didn't know what to do, bro.
So okay, so hold on, Will. Now I got to get some advice for you. So what should I get her? Right? What should I get her? Something that's decent, like because I was thinking about getting the Bronco Raptor. Um, but I don't know because it's like I don't want to just
Well,
waste it.
well, if your daughter is will take care of stuff, and you know her, and she like if you say, "Hey, you got to get good grades, you got to do these
Hmm.
things," she's a good kid, and she does those things. Then maybe if you get her that something really nice, maybe it won't have a bad effect.
Yeah,
But it's but if she's not like taking care of stuff that you want her to take care of, and then she still gets the good things, she might not realize that she has to be like on point, at least with what you say,
yeah,
how you guide her, But at the same time, if I had to redo anything over again with my kids and stuff, because my kids are a little older now, um, man, if I had to do anything over, it wouldn't be stuff like that as much as it would be trying to set a better example, getting along with her mom and making sure that I can guide that whole situation so that even if her mom and I are different, um, she can't stray too far away down, without that balance of having the two parents.
yeah.
and that would have been way more important than stuff like me getting her a new car, just like
I'm
that.
good on that front though.
Yeah, so you probably, that's why I'm sitting here thinking, like, if your daughter, as long as your daughter comes out good, man, and she's healthy mentally and emotionally, like,
Mm.
that might be a small thing. Like, the big things are that, like, she's emotionally healthy, mentally healthy.
Yeah, she in a good space. She's ranked right now. Well, she was number one. Now she's number two for her age group. She's a second degree black belt in Taekwondo, and she traveled across the country. She's ranked number two in the country for her age group. So we went over to the Dominican Republic. She competed over there. Um, she competed in Tokyo. So,
She kicking ass, taking names.
oh, Will, bro, she just went viral, bro. She literally just went
That's
viral.
crazy,
So, cause she knocked the girl out.
bro. That's the most important thing, bro. Oh, with a kick or something.
Yeah, she knocked the girl out with a kick, and she went viral for it.
Oh,
So I try not to post her too
oh,
often because you know how the internet be internet. But yeah,
yeah,
she just went viral because she knocked some girl out with a head kick. I'm trying to find it. But yeah, it's crazy, bro.
man.
It's
I'll tell you,
pretty insane. Oh,
if
here it
she's
is.
good on that
Here it
front,
is.
bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
oh, man.
She she don't
Were
she don't.
were you there?
Yeah, I'm telling you, she don't fuck around. Like she is a savage in real life. Like she trains 6 days a week. All she do is she hang out with her friends or whatever on Sunday or whatever. But Monday through Saturday, she trains 6 days a week. She do her homework. She take care of her business. She clean her room. She do
Yeah.
all of
So
her chores, and then she that's all she do. She say all she want to do is train, and then she go and she compete and she get fans and other schools try to recruit her and stuff like that. She get invited to special things, but she beat people up like in real life. She fucked people up in real life, bro. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
it sounds like to me, man, if she's good on that front, like, it's just a perk that she has parents that can do something extra nice for her. But the biggest thing you could do for her, sound like you already are doing it. She's built up to have a healthy, like, mental state and emotional state
Yeah.
and responsibility. If she's good there, like, what advice could I give you? You know what I'm saying? Like, on that front,
No,
that
I
front.
mean you did it, so I'm always taking insight and information.
But,
So,
but to be honest with you, like, my biggest L that I'm taking in life is that whole divorce. It took me farther away from my kids,
mm.
and
So would you would have
God,
still gotten divorced at all though?
well, honestly, I probably would have did it earlier. I would have probably did it when they was younger. I tried to stay there because
Oh,
I grew up with my parents, so I tried to stay there because I couldn't imagine them not having these memories that I had with my parents being together and stuff, and us being in the house. So couldn't imagine like them growing up and not having that. So I
mm.
stayed there, but the problem was by staying there was a little bit of toxicity between the relationship between mom and dad, and
Yeah.
they got to see some of that with me.
Oh, I got what you're saying. That
And
makes sense.
then and then as the longer you stretch it out, when you separate, then it becomes a little bit more traumatic because they're not used to it.
Yeah.
So whereas if I had did it earlier, then they could have grown up just being used to not having the memories that I'm talking about,
Yeah.
and maybe it wouldn't have been as toxic for them, and we could have managed things differently. So no, I still would have got a divorce, but I think I would have played a different role. I would have had to like swallow some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
thought about not even having kids, bro. And then I
you
said
you
if I was gonna have a kid, I was gonna only have one. So I had
yeah,
one kid, and then I said, well, we just gonna have to thug it out if we ever beef. Thankfully, we never beef. We never had no problems. Me and my wife and my. So we had made up in our mind like whatever happened, we just gonna have to figure it out at least until she become grown. Like if once she become in high school and she get to 18, 19 years old, then we'll figure it out from there. But we good. Like we in a really good space now.
bro, that's the real win, bro. That's the for real, that's the real win. If you have kids that they can be healthy and can have a productive life. That's the real win, and that's one of the hardest things to do because there's so many things out here, like stuff that we like. At least me, I'm a little older than you, right? Probably almost 10 years older than you, maybe 9 years older than you, right?
No way,
So
Will. No
yeah,
way.
yeah, I think I'm
No
about 9.
way, Will.
So
So
when I
that's
was
just money,
growing up,
money keeping you young. That's what it is.
no, when I was growing up, we didn't have like we couldn't be in bed with a cell phone.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't have no cell phone. I didn't even have no internet. Well, we had something like internet when I was growing up that I was on, but it didn't have none
You
of
had
the
that
features.
AOL dial up, Will.
I was before that. I was
Yeah,
before
I mean
that.
that's what I had. I had the AOL dial up.
I was pre dinosaurs with it. So now, like, there's so many influences that we don't, as parents, like, it's hard to even manage all the exposure that they have to them. Like when I was growing up, like, there's people that smoke weed, in high
Yeah.
school, but I ain't seen nobody doing no cocaine and no stuff like that
Mm-mm.
when I was in high school. Now, and I didn't even really know. Like when my daughter was going through high school, she was telling me some of the stuff, bro. Like crazy stuff going on.
You know what my daughter say she sing? I sent her on a tour because I was sending her to different private schools or whatever to tour. She said the biggest thing that she was seeing was all of the girls was gay.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Yep.
She said all of the girls to now is experimental and they super gay.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing now, bro. Like I
Shit.
didn't see there was no openly gay people in my high school. There was some that was a little what we call a little fruity, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it wasn't that junk wasn't the thing when I was coming up either, bro.
I didn't know any gay females when I was in
Maybe
high
it's a
school.
Midwest thing. Did you grow up in the Midwest?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Maybe that was just a Midwest thing though. Cause I
yeah.
don't know, bro.
It's different now, man. So like guiding them through all of that with all of this exposure that they have, like if you can get your daughter out, like cool, like out of that, you won, bro.
Yeah,
You so,
yeah.
but like for me, I'm still like my daughter was really good up until about when she went to did 1 year in college, and then our relationship got a little distant, and and the whole boyfriend thing. Like when she was in high school, we was good.
Ooh,
She
I'm scared. Will, you scaring me, bro.
yeah, you gotta. We could talk offline about some real stuff there,
Hmm.
but it sounds like you are winning on that whole front, bro. Like it sounds
I've
like you're
been
winning.
I think one of the blessings that came along with, getting into tech early and having a lot of the majority of my career in tech, and even when it comes to, the different businesses, whether it be real estate or YouTube or whatever, I think one of the blessings that came along with that was that I was always able to really, really be present to where now I'm not around as much because I just travel a lot more. But I'm able to be a lot. But even when I travel, like I take her with me or whatever. Um, but I've been able to be really, really hands on with almost everything and assistance with her mother. And another thing that has afforded me to do is that her mother never worked. So
Yeah.
after my wife had my daughter, she was a mother up until the time that she was just like a full time mother up until the time that my daughter went to school full time, and then she started working for me. So even now, she my personal assistant, and she kind of oversees everything that we got going on from a real estate perspective. To where the day to day decisions she make, because she's familiar with everything that goes on. I basically have taught her everything, and then any bigger decision, she'll just be like, and she'll run it by me, and then she'll just go ahead and confirm whatever it is that we need to confirm. But her mother has kind of worked for me the entire time, so it's afforded us the ability to kind of be really hands on
Good.
with my daughter while we was growing up. She was growing
That's
up.
that's huge, bro. So let me congratulate you on that because that's not nowadays. It ain't easy, bro.
I
But
appreciate it, Will.
nah,
What
yeah,
you gonna do with all of this money, Will? Like, what's the end goal, bro? Because you
we
continuing to be in the real estate business, you continuing to get all of this stuff and these properties and stuff like that. What? All right, let me ask you the question that people ask me a lot. Like, how much is enough?
that's a good question. I think for me, I don't know if I because I have my own business. I don't know that I would, and I don't have the kind of business that would be. I don't think it would be easy, other than my property and real estate stuff. My main business, I don't think it would be easy to sell it because people don't understand
Mm-hmm.
how to leverage it to make money with it. and a lot of the money I make with it is because people know my reputation, like me personally.
Mm,
So easy business to sell. So I see myself kind of working maybe a little bit less, and I'm starting to think about, okay, what would I do with this business that's kind of like been a cash cow for me for years? If my kids don't want it, like my daughter is not interested in my business. My son is autistic. He
mm,
can't. He could. I don't think it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to like take it and run it. So
yeah.
what would I do with my business that's making some good money? When I'm gone or when I'm start
Well,
retiring or
you got
whatever.
so much time ahead of you, bro. You got so much.
But I'm starting to think. So it's like figuring out, okay, who am I gonna groom to like maybe pass this off to? But I'll probably be working as long as I can, but maybe not as much. And I'm actually transitioning. Like I used to work all the time and not really have fun and stuff. Now, like I take Saturdays off. I used to work 7 days a week.
I don't take no days off, Will.
See, I was when I was like, probably 10 years ago, I probably was still doing it every day.
Yeah.
But now, like in the summertime, I'm taking Saturday off. Uh, I still take Saturdays off now. I still work Sundays and every other day. But it's a good question, man. Like I'm so used to being in grind and hustle mode that it's funny. Like at one point in my life, I
You
dude,
can't
I
stop.
was like
You ain't.
you.
You
Yeah,
never gonna stop, Will.
I got ready to retire just like you, bro. I bought a house. I was like, no, I'm gonna move out of this house. I'm gonna sell this house. I'm gonna make about 300,000 off for this. I'm gonna buy a house
Yeah.
cash. I did it. I built it. I moved into it. And I was like, yo, I'm getting ready to die or something. I'm like, I'm used to being in the mix, bro.
Yeah.
I'm used to being in the middle of stuff, like
Mm.
making stuff happen. And so I was like, bro, I moved back into this house, which I really like this house. I moved back in here. I sold the house that I built, and I was like, yo, I'm in the game, bro. Like I'm not really
But you
going
travel
nowhere.
a lot, so it really don't matter. You
Yeah,
know, a house is kind of just a space at this point for me to store my stuff in.
yeah, yeah. I do enjoy where I live and stuff like that, and I got family here and stuff. But yeah, I'm in Columbia probably 30 to 40% of the time,
Yeah.
in Florida and Miami and stuff.
Yep. Me
Um,
too.
but you asked a good
I'll be in,
question,
I'll be
bro.
in Miami in towards the middle of December.
I'll probably be there. I'll probably be there
Yeah, I'm
around the
gonna be
same.
down there. I'm gonna be down there and spending all. I'll be down there through January at least. So
Oh, okay, okay. You got a
for
spot down there?
I do.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I
Hollywood.
thought.
It's in Hollywood.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. But like, I want to be in a position, bro, where, and I probably could do stuff like this now, but like, where I could, I think I probably need. You said how much money is enough? I think I probably need another 10 mil. I think I
You
need
ain't
a.
never stopping, Will. Because you never really stop. Even if you slow down,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like honestly, I just was honest with myself. I don't think I'm gonna ever stop.
Yeah, probably. Not when you have your own stuff, bro. When you have your own stuff, and now you got this content creation platform where
Hmm.
you can add value, even if it's not even about the money, you can add value to other people's lives, bro. That's so for me, the biggest kick I get out because I don't make a lot of money on YouTube. I make 3 grand a month, something like that on YouTube.
Look at he's saying 3 grand. People that's gonna watch this, they're gonna be like, "Damn, I wish I could make it." I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
the house.
yeah. And when I say that, I'm thinking about folks like yourself that's really getting it on YouTube. But I see the potential in it. But the big thing for me is when people come back and tell me that some video I did helped change their
Yeah,
way of thinking, and now they're like getting it. That's where I'll be like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like this is bigger than me and bigger than like the money that I can make. It's
yeah.
somebody having like what I really set out to do in the beginning. But man, you asked a good question, bro. That's like super thought provoking because people don't ask me that all the time.
I don't even.
Um,
You know what? Me, I don't look at it. I don't look at net worth or nothing of that no more.
yeah, I never got into that until I started buying a real estate and I saw how my
Yeah,
net worth was jumping.
yeah.
Like when I first got into real estate, bro, I probably my net worth might have been a million or something like that, or maybe
Hmm.
1.5 maybe or something. I got in that real estate, bro,
It's crazy.
start jumping,
It's
you
crazy.
know. Yeah, so and now I don't look at it, but but I see it as okay. It makes you start thinking like, "Dang, I got all these assets and stuff."
Hmm.
The question you just asked makes you start thinking about that question you just asked. What am I going to do with this stuff? Like, how am I going to leverage it? What is my lifestyle going to be? When am I going to stop? When am I going to keep going? Or am I going to build some more businesses? So that's a really good question, bro. That's a really good question. And,
I don't think I'm ever stop, bro.
now
I
that you
think
got
that,
content creation,
well, when I look at the numbers for me, like let's just say I was to stop everything tomorrow, my biggest thing was I want to be able to maintain my life. Cause see, when I first retired in 2019, it was do I have enough money to be able to last me for the rest of my life, be comfortable, pretty much maintain the principal, and send my daughter to school and college for the, you know what I'm saying, and be straight for the rest of my life. I was like, yeah, but and I was only 37 years old at that point. Now I didn't move the goalposts, and it's will I be able to maintain $100,000 a month lifestyle for the rest of my life? That's kind of the way I think of it, right? And that's where I get the number of how many properties eventually I want to acquire. But I
yeah,
don't think I want to stop that because, like, I got the bug now. I want to, honestly, I want to do it commercially.
yeah.
Like, I want to build literally an apartment building from scratch.
hmm
So
I've
I
thought
don't
about
know, man. I don't see
yeah,
it. I don't see me stopping.
yeah. I've been on that too. So like what I'm doing in Colombia, I'm in an existing apartment building and I'm trying to like slowly acquire it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
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 so
yeah, yeah. I got you.
yeah,
Yeah, I
so
got
I
you.
can
That
learn
makes
at the same time. So it's some cool stuff going on, man. I'm sure that we could chop it up offline about some stuff, but man,
I'm
I
not
want to
bringing
send
my cars around you because you're gonna be mad trying to embarrass me.
you. Nah, I seen you at the dealership. that that Revuelto is gonna be crazy, man. Like but I'm gonna sell my Ferrari though. I'm gonna sell.
Are you? Why?
I don't like taking L's like that, bro. That
Yeah.
last one I took an L on, and so like I can have it, like I paid it off and everything, but I can't. I feel like I can't drive it because I'm gonna be losing tens of
Yeah,
thousands
because
of
you're gonna be
dollars.
running the mileage up on it.
So what I'm gonna do, and this is kind of an exclusive for you and your channel, is I'm gonna sell it like next year, and then but I'm gonna buy another Ferrari like probably this month,
What kind you gonna
probably
get?
a 488, which is basically the same car, just a little bit different styling, but I
Yeah.
can drive because the depreciation has already happened, on it. So that's a
Hmm. That's the
nice.
one thing about buying them cars is because I like to drive my stuff,
Yes. If
and I
you like to do Lambos are good though. Like you wanna drive it, Lambos hold their value a little better if you buy them used. Yeah, you could drive them. Like I put some miles on mine, man. I put some miles
well,
on
I
mine.
figure if I get a okay, so I ordered two, right? I put an order in for whatever the new replacement is gonna be for the Huracan. Um, and then I put the order in for the
Well,
Revelto, right? Because
okay.
when I actually went to go to the dealership, originally when I inquired about it, right before they had a little bit before they had released the Revelto, they was like, "Man, we not making no more Aventadors." So then it was like, "It's a replacement coming. It's gonna be crazy." So I was like, "All right, we'll put my order in for that." So I put the order in for that. I gave it a deposit, which I don't really like them just holding on to my money like that,
Right, yeah, me either.
but
Yeah,
so I just went. I put the deposit in, and so I'm gonna roll with that. And then I figured I'd drive one of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro.
yeah, if you get that,
No
if you get the
idea.
third kind replacement, you can put some miles on that.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro.
Hey, but
If
whatever
I get a
you
Urus, if I get a Urus, my wife gonna steal it,
get.
right? And then even with that, I heard they got a new replacement coming out for that. And then on top of that, that ain't nothing but a Porsche.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
You
I'm
gotta get
saying?
with
It's a Cayenne turbo.
I gotta invite you down to some of these. Yeah, there's a 488 piece that I seen somebody in the comments. I gotta
Yep.
invite you to come kick it with some. So I got some good people here in Columbus, man.
Oh, I
That
shoot right down there. That ain't right up, but right up the street.
yeah, I gotta invite you down here to chop it up with us, man. I got some good people down here, bro. That I think you would like hanging
Yeah,
out.
when you in town,
Yeah. I'm
you'll
here in
be
the summer.
here.
I'm here during the summer, man. In wintertime, I try to be out.
Yeah, that's me. Cause that's why I be shooting down to Miami. I go down to Dallas a little bit too now, but
Yeah, I like Dallas. Dallas is one place I could
I
actually
wanted
go.
to check out Hawaii for the winter. But once they had them fires,
It's
I don't know.
expensive up there, buddy.
It's hell of expensive. It's
Yeah,
way more expensive than going over to Miami.
yeah. Hawaii, bro. Woo.
It's expensive. I was just
Yep.
gonna test it out, and I was just gonna get like an Airbnb for like 2 months.
They got sharks all over the place too up there, man.
They was talking about like 30,000 just for 2 months for the Airbnb.
Yeah. It's gonna be some super chips.
I
So
was
yeah,
like, what the fuck is
check it
going?
out in Miami. But nah, man, I applaud you, brother. I
Nah,
applaud you.
I applaud you, bro, because I listen. And
Take it easy on
let
Richard,
me say
man.
this too, Richard. You know I love you, man.
Yeah, take it easy on Richard, man. Richard, but you
I
know
t-
something about Richard?
I like Rich. I think that Rich is cool. You know what? I don't mind the I didn't even, I never anticipated like debating with him back and forth because I thought we was gonna wind up collaborating one day, kind of
Yeah,
like you. And then he
yeah.
jumped out the window. And even with that, I thought it was before I watched the video because people have been sending it to me. I thought it was just gonna be like difference of opinion of how to build wealth on some like money debate type stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I can go back and forth. But then I seen him, he started throwing shots. I was like, whoa. You know, and that's where I come from. I like that. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I was waiting on somebody to jump out the window. I guess we can go there. But no, I actually like him. Like, I would never personally attack him. I don't. I think that he's, Rich is gonna be fine. He's fine. He's good. And I like his content. I don't think he give bad information or none of that. The only thing I would say to Rich is to be careful with that real estate fund.
Oh yeah, you was right. You was on point. I saw that video too before. I saw when you said that. You was right about that. The timing, the timing.
Horrible decision.
I don't know if he knew what was going on because I see Rich as kind of one of them little older dudes that might not follow everything. You
He
know,
need to be, and he
he was right
man,
about
listen.
that. And I don't even know if he's continued with it, but maybe he took that as he might
He
have thought that
mentioned
was
that he's still doing it.
so. Um, what was I gonna say about Richard? Like as far as taking shots and
No, the real estate fund. I was saying
oh,
that.
I tried to collab with Richard because him and he used to be in my comment section a long time ago when we was both doing like the car videos and stuff at the beginning.
Mhm.
And so he's flipped over to doing the financial stuff when it started working
Which
for
is
him and
which
stuff.
is smart.
So I tried to collab with him before that, a long time ago. We talked via email, but it never happened. And I just got the impression because I grew up, I had this roommate in college, right? Like I went to Hampton, I represent my
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to Hampton.
shout out to Hampton. So I went, this dude I grew up with from the hood, we both went to Hampton, was my roommate. He was like valedictorian. But he was one of them dudes. He kind of reminded me of Richard a little bit, where he's kind of social because he grew up in the hood. You know how you got to be with people. You
Hmm.
kind of got to fit in so that people don't pick on you and stuff like that. So you can do that kind of stuff. But then when it comes to actually like offline, like collaborating and like you're my brother, bro. Like
Yeah.
the dude that I went to college with, he's like my brother, like my little brother. Like so, you part of my life till I'm gone, as far as I'm
Yep.
concerned.
Yep.
But then, but some people they like to just go on their own path and just be out there and
Yep.
not really. And I think Richard is one of them people. Like
I
when
think
we
he is
talk,
too.
yeah, I think he looked up to Deion Sanders was that's his big homie.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I don't see too many people. I don't see Richard fooling with too many people. Even if he thought it was a good idea, he ended up just going off kind of like my roommate in college. Like I call him every now and then. Like if I don't call him, I'll never hear from that dude until I
Yeah.
die, bro.
Yeah. I see. I
So I
like to
think
kick it with people. I like to interview with people. I like
someone
to
died.
record with people. Yeah, but Rich, I get the impression that he kind of like that too. He kind of like a loner,
Yeah, I think
um,
so.
solo artist, which is cool. Which is
Yeah.
cool. Just like if you're gonna be a solo artist, then be a solo artist. Don't.
Hey, you ever need a debate partner? But if I debate, if I come on and say, "Hey, let me debate you on this," for me, it's just gonna be funny because I don't like
Yeah, I
arguing.
mean, I do too. I like that too. Like that's what I
But
thought. I thought that it was just gonna be like funny, like differences of opinion or whatever. Because I talked to Ian a little bit, Ian Dunlap from over there at EYL from Earn Your Leisure,
okay,
and
yeah.
Ian had started kind of getting caught up going back and forth with somebody, and I called him. I tapped in with him. I said, "Man, leave that shit alone. Like Like, don't be getting into no beef, like no real beef, like on some like personal attacking type of junk. Like, just keep it. If it ain't about the content, if it ain't about like, hey, I look at this particular investment different, or maybe I don't agree with your real estate strategy, or what I think money is, or what you think generational wealth is. If it ain't surface level on that type of shit, then leave that shit alone. And he was like, yeah, you're right, bro, and he just left it alone. He just deaded
Yeah,
it. So
yeah, and but that's good. Like that you could stay in touch with somebody like that to add
yeah,
value because maybe you saved him from going down a rabbit hole that wouldn't have been good for him.
it wasn't because it wasn't because it ain't no benefit in it for him. Like,
I
like
seen
even with me and Rich, it's like, yeah, I tapped him a little bit and said, Rich, man, you've been doing this for a long time, man. I know what your cars look like or whatever. I tapped him a little bit, but I ain't gonna attack him. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
right,
cause it
yeah,
don't do nothing for me. It don't do nothing for him.
right,
Like that ain't even the type of time that I'm on anymore. Once, man, I'm 41. He 55.
yeah.
That ain't benefit nobody, bro.
Nah, nah, nah. But it was I put a smile on my face though, like because I knew where he was going. Like he started pulling the channel. I was like, oh, it's over for Rich.
And yeah, I ain't trying to take no food out of his mouth. Like, hey, Rich, get your money, do your thing, bro. Like, he actually, I think he gives decent information.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, do your
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
bro.
So I had the idea of doing like let me try to debate for Rich's innocence, but and you got some things on there that have me thinking like, okay, maybe he was throwing shots. But I love what you're doing, man, and keep up the good work, bro. I think I applaud you most, man, for being in your daughter's life like that, because that's the real win at the end of the day. But we out here doing some things, setting some examples for some people coming behind us that is extra value, bro.
Hey, man, Will, I love you, bro. Um,
Likewise.
I'm gonna be tapping in with you, and we probably gonna link up in person sooner rather than later. And hopefully,
Yeah,
I can have you on the platform pretty regularly, just
love
to get
to.
your thoughts on different subjects and different things and stuff like that, bro. But yeah, man, I consider you a brother, man, and I love what you do, bro. I love the inspiration that you give. I've been following you for a long time. And as you can see, even when I reviewed your video, man, I got a lot of love for you. And I'm a
Yeah, yeah.
fan. I'm a fan of what you've created, and I just love what you do, bro. So I got a lot of love for you. And if you ever need anything from me, man, all you got to do is hit me up.
Likewise, man. I just let us stay in touch and be. I think the way I approach anything, man, I try to understand what you're doing, and then see where I can add value, and then things just kind of work themselves out. So, no, I appreciate you, bro.
I got
And
one more question for you.
anytime, man.
Are
I'm
you
good. I'm
are you
time
gonna
too.
are you gonna get the Revelto too? Because I seen you
Oh
said you was getting it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I ordered mine, but I was getting ready to say I don't know if I should tell you offline, but I'll just throw it out there. So I ordered mine, right? Deposit. I put the deposit in already,
Hmm.
but I spec mine already,
Did you
and my
really?
and my order is in with Lamborghini already. So
You
what
know
I
what?
was
I might have to go to a different.
so what I was gonna say is I can make an introduction, give them some context on you,
Mm,
so you and I can ask them before I even do all that. I can ask them be like, yo, how long would it take if I introduce you to somebody who's an influencer that could be a good look and everything? If I introduce, how long do you think it would take them to be able to get their order in? Which is where it becomes official.
I'm wondering though, because I'm almost feel bad because the dealer, the guy that I
Yeah.
ordered from, I got a good relationship with him.
Okay. Okay.
I'm wondering it, but I don't know. We'll kick about it. We'll talk about it
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. But if you want me to make an introduction, I will, and I can set
Yeah,
it up, and I could be like, how long is it before he can get his order in the system? Which is once you get your order in the system, you're getting a car,
yeah.
and and it's just a matter of time. Like so, my order, if I got the Lamborghini app, like I could pull up my car and everything.
Oh man, how did you spec yours? What kind of what did you spec yours on?
So
You got me dreaming now. I'm about to be on a.
dope too. Like you can in the app, it'll show you like the status of your car. Um, and so I got a green Huracan now. So I spec this one on my channel. I spec that first in black, but then I went it's like a citrus green. It's different from the one I have now. Uh, But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with because I had black. I was what I want to fall in love with it, man. But this color right here, yeah,
Ah,
it's gonna be nuts. So
ah,
yeah, I'm getting the car.
ah.
Yeah, I'm getting the car. And
All right,
the
bet.
cool
I'm gonna hit you
you
up
might
this evening, and we gonna have that
yeah,
conversation.
hit me up anytime,
Now
bro.
you got me salivating over this car.
Yeah, you hit me up anytime, bro.
Of all the cars that because I spent a little bit of money. Like I bought the car that I wanted back when I seen all of the dope boys had it, and I couldn't get it at the time. I bought my '96 Impala,
Hmm.
and then I got my little cars. I got my Porsche, my Benz, and
What
um,
kind of Porsche is it?
the Taycan. I got the
Okay,
11.
okay.
And then I recently ordered a 911. That's new for the people. I ain't even going. I bought a GT3. So
When is it coming?
they say it's gonna be here in about 6 months.
When it gets here, let me roll with you to pick it up.
Bet that's a bet.
Where
So I
is it?
got that on order. And then
Is it where'd you
oh
order the Porsche in Detroit or
yep,
in
I
Miami?
ordered in Birmingham, Michigan, which is literally like 20 minutes outside of Detroit. So
Yeah, yeah, let me come up there, man. Do a video with you picking up the car.
that's a bet. All right, that's a bet. But yeah, I'll hit you up this evening, and then we'll figure it out, bro.
Okay, brother, man. Hey, keep up the good work, man. Love you. Appreciate you what you're doing, and I just want to be a support.
Hey,
So,
anything you need, well, let me know, bro. I got your back, bro.
all right, bro. Take care.
Thank you, bro.